If you've ever searched how to grow your YouTube channel fast, you've probably run into the same recycled advice. Find a good niche, find a great topic, create great videos, post consistently, package everything all nice, engage with your audience. And if you follow that advice, I want to be honest with you, you'll probably be posting into a void for months. Not because the advice is wrong, but because it's incomplete. It leaves out the system that actually makes channels grow. In this video, I'm going to give you that system, which is 6 specific pillars that work together to grow a YouTube channel faster than most creators think is possible, without needing to go viral, without needing a massive production budget, and also without needing to already have an audience. So if you don't know me, I am Tim Anderson, and I love YouTube. Over the past 2.5 years, since January 2024, I've built over 12 faceless YouTube channel businesses. And right now I'm working one-on-one with several students to help them build their own faceless YouTube businesses. I'm not the big YouTube guru making thousands in AdSense. I'm just a journeyman YouTuber, constantly learning and growing. I'm always testing new things. And if you appreciate this type of content, please click the like button and subscribe if you want to. Okay, let's get to work. So before I get into the 6 pillars, I want to address why most YouTube growth advice doesn't work. The problem is not a shortage of tips. There's tips everywhere, hundreds of things going around, myths, half-truths. The problem is that the tips without systems are useless. You can know every individual tactic for growing a YouTube channel and still get nowhere if you're applying them in the wrong order, to the wrong niche, with the wrong packaging. And a lot of that comes just with experience and knowing what to do. So what actually grows a channel is a system, a repeatable process that you apply to every channel, every video, every upload, every decision you make. The system doesn't require inspiration. It doesn't require a perfect creative moment. It just requires execution. And the creators who grow the fastest are almost never the most creative people in the niche. They're the most systematic. They've removed the guesswork from their content process and replaced it with a repeatable, reliable system and framework. That's what we're building in this video. So the first pillar is niche clarity. This is the foundation that every other pillar sits on. And it's where most channels fail before they publish their first video. The mistake is picking a niche that's either too broad or too undefined. Now you can create a YouTube channel in any niche you want. I know a lot of gurus talk about sub-niching, niching down, but I'm telling you right now, you can create a channel, a faceless channel in any niche you want. But the mistake is picking a niche that is too broad or too undefined. A channel about business is too broad. A channel about making money online is too broad. A channel about productivity is too broad. Broad niches feel safer for us, especially if you're first starting out, because you feel like you're not limiting yourself. You have a lot of different options. But what they actually do is make it impossible for YouTube to know who to show your videos to. Remember, we're creating content and videos for the algorithm, because the algorithm will determine where our videos go and who sees our videos. The recommendation system works by matching viewers to content based on what that viewer has already watched. If your channel covers a dozen loosely related topics, like a broad niche, YouTube doesn't know which viewer to send your way. If your channel consistently covers one specific problem for one specific type of person, YouTube can identify that pattern and serve your content to the exact viewer who's looking for it. And the fastest growing channels in any category are almost always the most focused ones, not the most broad. Here's the test for whether your niche is specific enough. Can you describe your ideal viewer in one sentence? I work with a lot of students. They don't understand who their videos are for, who their viewers are, who their ideal viewer is, who their audience is. You've got to understand that so you know who to make the videos for. Can you describe your ideal viewer in one sentence, who they are, what problems they have, and why they're watching your channel? Or maybe just for entertainment too. What do they want to see? What do they want to do? And we'll talk about that in a different video, the different types of content and channels you can build. If that sentence for you is vague, your niche is too broad. If you can't define it, then how are you going to build videos in a channel that's actually going to produce content that the algorithm knows? If you don't know it, the algorithm's not going to know it. So you need to tighten your niche until you can say exactly who you're talking to. Here's a real example for one of my students. I had a student, He came to me wanting to build a channel about UK travel. He had a broad lifestyle idea he called Lovin' UK. The problem is that can mean almost anything. So YouTube had no idea who to serve it to, and his channel was not being successful. We narrowed it all the way down to one specific lane, which was cinematic documentaries about UK geopolitics and the forces reshaping the country. A very interesting topic that's starting getting a lot of traction for his channel. So this was the same creator, same passion, but now the channel had a clear identity and a clear viewer, and YouTube knew exactly where to send his videos. Pillar 2 is content validation. This is the pillar that separates creators who grow from creators who grind forever without results. Most creators pick video topics based on what they feel like making, what they're interested in, what they think their audience might like. I've fallen in that trap several times before I actually learned how the algorithm works and how you need to find topics that are relevant or trending or something that people want to view, because ideation is the most important thing you do. If you don't have a good idea, you can have the best video with the best thumbnail and the best title. If no one wants to watch it, it's not going to get watched. And YouTube, the algorithm is not going to push it. So basically, most people guess. Guessing is slow, validating is fast. Here's how validation works. You find channels in your niche between 5,000 and 75,000 subscribers. And really, you're looking at smaller channels that are seeing success. It doesn't necessarily have to be 5,000, 75,000 subscribers. 1,000 subscribers with a pop-up video will work too. You want small, modest channels. You look at their most viewed videos, and you find the videos where a small channel got dramatically more views than their average. This is the most popular method to use. A channel with 20,000 subscribers that has a video with 400,000 views, that's not luck. That's proof that the topic has high demand. And you can take that topic, bring in your own angle, your own depth, your own expertise, and make a better version, make a different version. Don't do the same thing. Used to be old advice was take a video that went viral in your niche, basically rewrite the script a little bit, and then redo, or almost sometimes it was just recopy the thumbnail and the title, varied a little bit, and then just publish it. And that used to work. It doesn't work anymore. So here you're not copying, you're validating. You're learning from data instead of guessing. Then you run this process before filming every video. You stop making content no one is looking for and start making content that already has an audience waiting for it. Now let's get to pillar 3, the packaging system. This is where we talk about the thumbnail and the title. Very important, because that's how you get people to click on your video. Packaging means your title, your thumbnail, and the first 30 seconds of your video. These 3 things together are responsible for most of your channel's growth. If you don't have these right, it's not going to work. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not the quality of the content inside, the packaging on the outside. Here's why. YouTube shows your thumbnail and title to potential viewers before they've seen a second of your content. If your packaging does not make someone click, the video doesn't matter. And if someone clicks but your first 30 seconds doesn't immediately deliver on the title's promise, they leave. That means basically you had a thumbnail and title that were interesting, but they clicked in the video. It's not even close to what they want. And when they leave in the first 30 seconds, YouTube reduces distribution on that video. So if the first 30 seconds you have a big drop in your video, that's a big problem. And when I first started YouTube, I had some of my videos, or a lot of my videos, my scripts weren't very good, my hooks weren't good. So I'd get people to click, they'd drop off, and I'd see that YouTube would stop distributing the video. So packaging is not cosmetic, it's the engine. It's the engine that drives your growth. Your title needs to contain the exact phrase your viewer is typing into the search bar. It needs to make a specific, clear, and actionable promise. It needs to do both of these things in 60 characters or less, so it doesn't get cut off in the search results. For thumbnails, bold text, clear contrast, one strong visual focal point. Simple but strong and contrasting is what works best. Your thumbnails and titles should tell the same story separately, but form a complete thought together. For your intro, the first 2 sentences need to restate the promise of the title in plain language. Not a teaser, not a slow build, immediate delivery. That's the packaging system. And when you apply it to every video, your click-through rates go up, your retention goes up, and YouTube pushes your content harder. And if you're finding value in this video, hit that like button. It generally helps this video reach more people. And of course, please subscribe. I always like new subscribers. So let's talk about Pillar 4. Pillar 4 is retention engineering. Retention is not something that happens to your videos. It's something you build into your scripts before you ever hit record. Script writing is so important, especially the hook. There's certain ways you structure your script to keep viewers engaged and watching. And most creators approach script writing backwards. They write a script that covers everything they know about a topic in the order they thought of it, and then they wonder why people drop off halfway through. Well, actually, before halfway through. When I first started YouTube, people would drop off. I would have 60% drop off, and then at the end, I'd have 10% retention. Your channel's not going to make it if you get that. Not in today's YouTube world with the algorithm of today. Retention engineering means building your script with the viewer's attention in mind at every step. It starts with the cold open, which is the first 30 seconds we already talked about, but it continues through the body of the video. Every section needs to do one of three things. It needs to deliver on the promise already made. It needs to introduce a new promise that keeps the viewer watching, or it needs to pattern interrupt, shift the pace, bring in the story, introduce a stat or result to reset attention during the video. The creator who consistently hit 50 to 60% average view duration in a 12-minute video are not just naturally engaging speakers. They've engineered their script to hold attention, and hopefully I've done that here. They know where the dropout points are, and they put a hook or a pattern interrupt right before each one. And honestly, the structure is learnable. It's not talent, it's a system. I learned this the hard way, like I've talked about before. When I started, I wrote my scripts the way most people do. I put down everything I knew in whatever order it came to me. The retention graphs told the truth every time. People left exactly where the script lost its momentum, which is generally in the very beginning. What changed everything was studying those drop-off points across script after script and rebuilding the structure around them, learning how to be a good script. Over the past couple of years, I've trained myself to write with the viewer's attention as the first priority, not an afterthought. That's the part most people miss. Writing for retention is a skill you build rep by rep. It is not a gift you are born with, and I've learned how to use AI the right way to help me write great scripts. Now, not every script hits. Not every video hits, because there are a lot of other factors at play. But if you can follow a solid script process consistently, then you significantly increase your odds of creating great videos that retain viewers. Pillar 5 is the publishing rhythm that compounds. This pillar is one that requires the most discipline and gets the least credit for the results it produces. Consistent publishing is not about flooding YouTube with content. I know there's a lot of myths that go around about when to publish, how often you publish. People ask me that question all the time. And it's about building a content library that compounds. Here's what I mean. When you publish one video a week for a year, you have 52 videos on that channel. Each of those videos is a potential search result your channel can win. Each of those videos has end screens pointing viewers to other videos, if you know how to set it up right, and I can show you how to do that. Each of those videos is a door into your content ecosystem. The 50-second video benefits from the audience that the first 51 built, and the first 51 get more views as the 52nd brings in new subscribers and new viewers, and they go back and watch the library you have of videos. That's compounding. And it only works if you actually publish consistently. A creator who publishes 3 videos, and they're great videos, and then disappears for a month or 2 months, does not build a compound library. They build disconnected pieces of content that YouTube has no reason to push. Consistency is not about quality over quantity or quantity over quality. It's about showing YouTube and your audience that you're a reliable source. Reliable sources get distributed more. Inconsistent channels get buried. Find your sustainable publishing pace and protect it. Whether that's 1 video a week or 2 videos a month, own that pace and hold it. Now, I caution you about publishing too much. I know a lot of creators get started and then they think I publish more is going to be better. They start publishing 1 a day, 2 a day. And what they get into is slot videos that get published too much. And now over time they run out of topics and the channel just gets burned out. Don't overdo your publishing frequency. Stick to a schedule you can maintain and maintain it. If you can do more, that works out fine. So a quick break here. Everything I'm walking you through in this video, the niche system, the content validation, the packaging, the retention engineering, the publishing framework, that's a piece of what I cover in the Creator Business Playbook. So the Creator Business Playbook is my system that I've developed over time. It's a complete system for building a profitable, faceless YouTube channel business. Not just a channel, but a business from scratch, even if you're starting with 0 subscribers and 0 audience. And basically, I do this over and over with each new channel I build. I build a faceless YouTube channel business starting with 0 subscribers and 0 audience. And I have a system in place where I can reproduce the channel and how I do videos and all that. And so once you learn how to do it, you just do it consistently over and over again. And YouTube's kind of like a game. Not every channel is going to succeed, but over time you learn the key factors that help you get your channels to be more successful over time. So the early access waitlist is open right now, and the first 50 subscribers will get it at a 50% discount. So get on the list for the best pricing when we open the doors. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. Get on the list and you'll be the first in, and know you'll find it very helpful. So let's go to pillar 6. I originally had it as a monetization layer, but actually I wanted to change it to something that's even more important, which is leveraging your time. This is the pillar that separates creators who stay stuck at 1 video a week from creators who actually scale, or maybe 1 video every 2 weeks or every month. Here's the trap most people fall into when they're first starting out. They try to do every single part of the channel themselves. The research, the scripting, the recording, the editing, the thumbnails, the uploading, all of it. And that works right up until it doesn't. Because once you start a channel, you start seeing success, now you want to scale it. And I'll tell you right now, one of the most important things, one of the hardest things to do, is turn over video editing to an editor that can work to what you want and is reasonably priced. That's the toughest thing. Out of everything we do on YouTube, it's one of the toughest things, to find a good set of video editors. Because there are so many hours in a week, and a channel that depends entirely on your 2 hands will only ever grow as fast as you can possibly work. You only have so many hours in a day, and you can't work 24/7. The creators who compound are the ones who stop being the bottleneck. They build the channel like a business, not a hobby they do alone. And that means turning the repeatable parts into systems and handing off the work that doesn't actually need you. Editing is the obvious first thing to delegate. A good editor gives you back the hours you were losing in the timeline doing video editing, which is the most time-consuming part of this business. Thumbnail design can go to a designer or a repeatable template. I can show you how you can basically create your thumbnails very quickly using different tools that cost minimal to use each month. A huge amount of the research and scripting workflow can be systemized with AI. I'm not talking about having AI write everything about your script. I'm saying have a system where AI assists you in the research, in the writing, in the outlining, and then you have basically a chat with the AI as you're writing to help you out. And so you're directing the process instead of doing everything yourself. That's just too hard. It takes too much time. And this is exactly how faceless channels get built and scaled without the creator ever being on camera. Now, you can be on camera if you want. And this is actually my first channel right here that I've been on camera. But that takes some time and getting used to. So the goal is not to work more hours. The goal is to get more out of the hours you have by leveraging tools, systems, and other people. When you stop doing everything, you free your time for the 2 things that actually move the channel: strategy and packaging. When we talk about strategy, it's mainly focused on video ideas and what you're going to basically do videos on. That's leveraging your time. Build the systems early and the channel stops being capped by your personal schedule. Now, before I close, I want to address the word fast in this video's title directly. Because I promised you a system for growing a YouTube channel fast, and I want to be honest about what fast actually means in this context. YouTube is not an overnight business. I know there's a lot of videos out there that talk about making hundreds, if not just thousands of dollars in 30 days. I'm monetized in 3 days. Those happen. I've never had a channel monetize that fast, I'll be honest with you. The fastest I've ever monetized a channel was basically 7 weeks. So If someone's promising you 10,000 subscribers, and to be honest, subscribers don't really mean anything anymore. It's more of a vanity metric. 10,000 subscribers in 30 days without a massive existing platform or budget for paid traffic, be skeptical. What fast means in the contents of this system is faster than the average creator who is guessing. The average creator who picks topics randomly, writes vague titles, publishes inconsistently, doesn't write good scripts, might grow from 0 to 1,000 subscribers in 18 months. Correction, a creator who applies all 6 of these pillars consistently can hit that same milestone in 4 to 6 months or less. And it's just a repeatable process. That's not magic. That's the difference between guessing and having a system. And at scale, that difference compounds. The creator with a system hits 10,000 subscribers, while the creator without one is still trying to figure out why nobody is watching. And I see this over and over in the different groups I'm in and the different people I talk to. I have one student I've started with. He had 5 channels. Each channel had maybe 100 subscribers and 2,000 or 3,000 total views. In one case, one channel had 50 videos. And he just kept doing the same thing over and over again, thinking it was going to change. He thought it was the niche. It's not the niche. It was the topics and the way he wrote his scripts and the retention and thumbnails. It was just all, the packaging was just all wrong. So yes, this is a system for growing your channel fast relative to what's possible without a system. Making money is never easy. It can be simple, but it's not easy. And the creators who win on YouTube are the ones who treat it like a real business from day one. And that's what I show you how to do. So to bring it all together, the 6 pillars are niche clarity, the content validation system, the packaging system, retention engineering, consistent publishing rhythm, and leveraging your time through systems and automation. Apply all 6 together, learn all 6 and how to use them and how basically build your system. And then you're not guessing anymore. You're operating a system. And if you want the complete Creator Business Playbook, every framework, every tool, every step, get on the early access waitlist now. The link is in the description and in the pinned comment below. And if you have any questions, please write them in the comments. I love to answer questions. I love to hear back from you. Good or bad in this video, if there's something you don't like, tell me. That's fine. I'm a big boy. I can handle it. And thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.